Help me understand the complexities of the kidnapping of these 3 Israeli teenagers. The way Newsweek describes it, the Palestinian Authority president, the Palestinian chief, Mahmoud Abbas, is said to be livid about the abduction because he just signed a unity agreement with Hamas last month. Now he's upset because obviously Hamas is bragging about the kidnapping of these 3 kids. He sees this, according to Newsweek, as an attempt by Hamas to undermine his strategy of pressuring Israel to accommodate his demands by nonviolent means. From your perspective, is any of that true?
I can't get into the brain of Mahmoud Abbas. I just know that there are repercussions to actions. He signed an agreement with Hamas.
Right.
He brought them into his government. I hate to say it, but the United States, the State Department, announced that they recognize that, and they will continue to speak to and negotiate with Mahmoud Abbas of the Palestinian Authority, even though he took Hamas, a terrorist organization that the U.S. recognizes as a terrorist organization, he took them into his government. I don't know why in the world the United States government, the administration, would continue to have talks with a government that includes a terrorist organization within them. But then a few weeks later, a cell of Hamas goes and kidnaps 3 kids, 2 16-year-olds and 1 19-year-old, every parent's nightmare.
Yeah. What are the circumstances about their abduction?
The 2 16-year-olds are high school boys, and it was Thursday night, just about 2 weeks ago already, and they were going home, for the weekend, as was the 19-year-old who's a student. The 19-year-old is Eyal Yifrach, and the 2 16-year-olds, Gilad Sher and Naftali Frankel. Naftali Frankel, by the way, is an American citizen.
Right. One of them is an American citizen.
He has dual citizenship.
Right.
His mother was born in America, and their family, what we call made Aliyah. They moved to Israel when she was younger. Mm-hmm. She's also the spokesperson. Rachel Frankel speaks. She spoke yesterday in front of the United Nations in Geneva. And this is what the 3 mothers that went yesterday to speak to the UN, this is what they said. I don't care what claim you have, how bad you think things are. It said there is absolutely no way in the world that anyone in the civilized world can agree that 3 teenagers can just be swiped off a road and never heard from. We don't even know if they're alive or not.
Right.
Hamas hasn't come out officially and said that it's them, although the Israeli intelligence has proof that it is a Hamas cell.
Well, and for the record, Hamas, the head of Hamas, praised the kidnapping of these 3 Israeli teenagers. Yes. And by the way, what we're not hearing much about, this story we're not hearing much about. I've gotten a lot of emails from listeners. I've gotten people who, I was at this screening the other night of Dinesh D'Souza's movie. A lady came up to me and said, why isn't the American media talking about at least one American citizen who's a teenage boy being abducted? Right. Have you noticed the silence in the media?
The silence is deafening. And by the way, what President Obama's comment has been? That's it. You just heard it. That's it.
Cricket.
Silence. Nothing.
So what do you...
Nothing. President Obama hasn't said a word for 2 weeks.